And we're back to the marketing podcast. I am Ish. This is Moz. We're about to break down over after analyzing 1,000 artist campaigns, organic, real targeted
Yep.
artist campaigns. We're here to drop the knowledge that not a lot of marketing channels or agencies or companies will ever do. So we want to be that nomad company that goes out of the way to really just give you all the game. We just want to give you everything. We're like a charity.
Yep.
We're just gonna just give and ask nothing for return. So yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, man. I've seen a lot of like new artists pop up in these hard times, COVID times. Like everyone in their houses, just building home studios and
Yeah.
producing music and releasing it out there, bro. So
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have figured out how to produce music, but I haven't figured out how to market their music. So. Really, yeah, as you said, bro, we're just gonna drop some free game for them,
Yeah.
and hopefully, like at the end of watching our podcasts, they're gonna learn a thing or two about marketing.
Yeah. So, this is a lot. It's a very, it's a science. It's not just, yeah, you do X, Y, Z and you get one, two, three. You don't get streams for understanding marketing. It's pretty much a psychological, tactic. You need to understand who your audience is, what people like clicking on, all this stuff taken into consideration. And then, just then you become like, a decent marketer to the point where you can maybe run a, decent campaign. We're just trying to help the average artist out there, somewhere out in Kentucky making music and just doesn't know where to put his money or how to put his money into his music. Because a lot of artists are trying to put their money into music, but just don't have the right avenue to go ahead and put it into. They're trying to find all these promo pages, but all these promo pages are scams. So where can they have the money to invest, they're willing to invest, but they don't know where to invest into. And it's so heartbreaking knowing that all these little artists are going out there trying to invest in music, trying to make it big, but at the end of the day they get scammed over by some stupid marketing page. And we're going to be that company that goes out of their way to just be that outlet for these artists to go out there and get marketed, because all these artists are getting scammed. We're just trying to help these artists out because, I'm an artist myself. I've been down that route so much. I used to work like, minimum wage, and I used to just work, and then pay for my marketing, for my music career. And, I used to get botted. I'm like, dude, that sucks, man. And then like, I got like kind of discouraged from paying for marketing. And then I just repeated the process. So I went out of my way to build a marketing agency. So when the average artist like me goes out and pays for marketing, they could come to Leballoo, they could come to Hydra, they could come to a page that they know that they're going to get some real good fan bases from.
I feel like a lot of good marketing agencies these days go under the radar because they're doing organic stuff. So marketing agencies that are doing like botting for Spotify, for SoundCloud, for YouTube, do botting for their Instagrams as well. And I feel like the main spot that you should start, like hunting for a marketing agency and see if they're real, start with their Instagram page.
Yeah.
Start with what content they're posting. Scroll through their followers. Are they bots? Are they real profiles?
Yeah.
Just scroll through their followers and see, like which big names follows them. So if someone like Black China follows you, you are doing organic stuff because they have like whole teams, managements. They're looking for marketing teams to work with, and those are organic. So
Yeah.
I feel like like just the first base that you should start with is Instagram.
Yeah. Instagram is the best way to go. Like, that's how you get connected in this world. Instagram is pretty much the new walking outside and meeting someone nowadays. You stumble upon an Instagram account, you DM them, and you ever have a conversation. Boom. That's the same thing as going to a coffee shop in like the 1980s and trying to find someone, or just meeting and networking with people. So Instagram gave an amazing platform to connect you with people that you couldn't connect with before. You could talk to, Sally from the A&R department of, Warner Records in LA, and you're, in Orlando, Florida, as an artist, 18-year-old artist, and you could connect with Sally. That gives you that option on Instagram, as well as LinkedIn. I know a lot of artists out there don't use this platform, but if you could grab a couple of people's emails, you email 100 people, your artist music, eventually someone's going to respond with some kind of interest. And then, all it takes is one person. All it takes is one person to help you out, guide you, manage you, whatever. And next thing you know, you're popping off because you have that connection now. A lot of artists don't understand that, connections in this game go so far. If you have that connection in your back pocket, if you have a blog publisher that you have in your back pocket, you could get verified on Instagram like that,
Mhm. Yeah, also I feel like Instagram is just like a newspaper right now as well. You can post ads, people will consume ads, you can consume ads yourself, and you can, you know, like publicize your music out there. Look for people that are, you know, like willing to work with upcoming artists, grow them organically, and you know, like trying to connect with them, just shoot them, you know, like it doesn't cost you anything to just shoot a message to someone and, you know, like just talk to them for 2 minutes. So I feel like, you know, like in 2 minutes people can grab a good idea of what someone's selling, and if what they're selling is organic or not, if they're selling what is real or not, and if they're gonna get scammed. And I feel like a lot of artists, you know, like they go in blind. They go in blind working with marketers when they should, you know, like they should go in with a plan. If someone is approaching you, even if a marketing company or label is approaching you, you should just devise a plan before just responding to them and then falling into traps, because they have professional sellers. These marketing companies, these labels, they have professional sellers that are some way, in some shape or form, they are gonna sell you something. That is what they're getting paid for. But I feel like, you know, like before you fall in this trap of them showing you know, like this whole good world, this heaven of, you know, like monthly listeners, these organic viewers, you should somewhat be a little wary of what they're selling. And, you know, like just go in with
fall into that trap, you know. Okay, so I get it, you know, people need to sell things, you know. In this whole world, you're selling yourself at the end of the day. Either you're selling a service, you're selling yourself, because you're trying to sell, as an artist, you're trying to sell yourself to a fan base. And that's the same thing as selling a service to an artist. Every day, in the world, the whole world works by selling. You know, you're selling yourself at a job interview and explaining why you're the best candidate for that specific job. You know, and the same thing in the music industry, you're selling yourself why you are the best in the game. You know, Lil Baby's selling himself on why he's the top artist every single day when he drops a new song. You know, so in this world of selling, you know, you have to become very customized to selling. You know, this is really important. Other things, you know, in terms of like what you were talking about, fan bases, I really think like in how to build an Instagram fan base and how to just build a community in general is stop pretending like you're Justin Bieber. Stop pretending like you're this crazy hot shot. Go out there and resonate and talk to your fans. If someone comments under your Instagram post, give an insightful comment back, okay? Don't just comment fire emojis, rocket emojis, yes sir, all this dumb stuff. Actually have a sit-down conversation. Just give a little paragraph, hey man, thank you. I've been seeing you in my comment section for the last 3 months now, and I really appreciate every time you comment. It means a lot to me. Thank you. That means so much more than just a fire emoji. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's showing personality. Exactly. I feel like that's what you're approaching. And there is a Drake lyric, bro, for this. You know, like people got it goes something like people got egos half the size of their cribs. people got egos twice the size of their cribs. I feel like a lot of people, you know, like coming through with that ego, bro. What you got, bro? You got, you know, like this rental Lamborghini that costs you, you know, like a month's salary. You know, like people should be realists. I see, you know, like I see this appeal in flexing. I see this appeal in flexing. You know, like. You're out there flexing with the stuff that you have, that you own. You first own that stuff and then flex with it.
There has to be some kind of appeal to like the audience as well. You know, you have to go out there and get attention, get eyeballs, and the flexing is part of that. I get it, but don't just like, if you're flexing, flex for a music video, flex for something that's regarding your music. Don't just flex on your Instagram story, who trying to get scooped up in the Lambo today. You know, don't do that kind of stuff. It's just gonna hurt your brand. People really don't care about that kind of stuff. They want to care about the music. You know. Having a person care about the music instead of your social media is way more important. You know, if someone like follows you because they like your music, not just because you post cool Lamborghinis on your social media, will take you so much farther in the game. You know, Kendrick Lamar probably hasn't posted in like a year. And that guy, everyone knows that he dropped How to Pimp a Butterfly and all these amazing projects. And he's not known for Instagram. You know, he's not known for going to the clubs. He's not going for Lamborghinis. He's known for dropping really good music. Same thing with J. Cole. When's the last time you've seen a J. Cole post on Instagram? Like literally, never.
I feel these people are too old for Instagram.
Not even, bro. They're on the top though. That's the thing. They're on the top. Why? Because they have good music. You know, they're on the charts.
I feel like they don't even need to, you know, like market their music. I feel like Eminem, he drops his music without any promotion, without any heads up, and he just drops it, you know, like overnight.
Because people really resonate with his music. He has a crazy cult-like following.
But you have to first get to that point. I feel like, you first have to get to that point before you drop music without any promo.
Yeah, but he got to that point by making good music. He consistently made music that resonated with an audience. Like, you know, that song Stan, you know, like you listen to that song and you just man, bro, this is like an insane song. Like it really hits you. It's not just like I did better in the club. No, it's like when you really listen to it, like you're like, dude, this is deep. And deep stuff is like what people are craving nowadays. Like they want some kind of intimate feeling. They want some kind of thing that like they feel like they belong here. You know, it resonates with them.
Also, I feel like flexibility in music, they come in two shapes and two sizes. So first flexibility is if you're making hip hop music, you jump onto, you know, like pop music, you jump onto indie music, and you'll like test out with the tracks. The second, the one that I'm bringing towards this point is Eminem, bro.
Yeah.
He's flexible in his music in such a way that he targets different audiences. So let's just say Stan, you know, like that is for a lover boy, or you know, like someone who's going through stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And then he's got some music that should be played in the gym. And then there is music for someone. The one with Rihanna. What was, you know, like the name of the track?
I get what you're saying.
Love the way you lie. That is for someone who's heartbroken. I feel like flexibility in this way takes you a long way. Make music for people in every feeling of their life, bro. If someone's feeling happy, they should be consuming your music. If someone's feeling sad, you should produce a track that someone is gonna consume when they're sad. I feel like flexibility in this point, some, you know, like artists come up to me, you know, like, bro, I'm producing hip hop music. I want to be flexible. Should I go towards the pop route? Should I go towards the indie route? I'm like, bro, produce hip hop music, but produce it for, you know, like different feelings, people in different feelings. And that is, you know, like that is, I feel like what artists should be looking towards.
That's really good. Yeah, man, that's awesome. I really like that advice. Flexibility is super important when you're making music. You want to resonate with as many audiences and many moods as you can. You know, Drake is perfect for that. You know, he makes really good, you know, hype music, and then he makes, you know, a song like Marvin's Room. And then the Marvin's Room is like, you know, that depressed song. You know, he's in front of the little, like, you know, the painting. I was on the little table. You know, that stuff, like, you know, when you're going through things like that, you just put on a Drake song, and then boom. But then when you're just achieved an amazing goal, you put on a Drake song, and then boom, like it's a two-way sword.
If you, you know, like look at from that perspective, every major artist, go for Post Malone. He's got Congratulations. He's got, you know, like other songs, you know, like when you're feeling happy, when you're feeling sad. So it's stuff like that. But Drake has a really good lyric, bro. I'm butchering these lyrics, but sorry. So it's like every track sounds like Drake featuring Drake. He says it himself that he is Drake. He's gonna sound like Drake. People, you know, like people say, bro, his every track, you know, like Lil Baby, his every track is same Lil Baby. Well, I see a lot of critics for Logic. So Logic the rapper, I feel a lot of critics for him. I read them on Twitter that people say, bro, every Logic track is the same. But Drake says every song sounds like Drake featuring Drake. Because he's Drake. But he's still the #1 artist in the world. Why? Because he's flexible in such a way that he changes things up, but every song doesn't sound the same.
What do you think about Russ? Russ is this new guy that just came out of nowhere and is like the king of marketing. Like every independent artist, I feel like nowadays, is just a big Russ fan and just understands that, okay, Russ, you know, he's gonna drop the game, he's gonna drop the knowledge, he's the Lord and Savior of the independent artist. What do you think about Russ? Because I see everywhere on Instagram pages, everywhere on independent, you know, music record labels and all that stuff, just promoting Russ as this icon. What do you think about this guy? Because this guy's signed. He's signed, but he does own his masters. That's the weird thing about him. He's signed to Columbia Records, but he still owns his masters. What do you think about Russ?
Bro, the feeling about Russ for me is the feeling of, you know, like when, you know, like crypto pops up, new gurus pop up. You know, like I feel like he's just, if a FIFA World Cup is coming, someone who doesn't, you know, like listen to any, doesn't watch any football or soccer, they're gonna, you know, like jump on board that soccer train. But I feel like Russ is, you know, like Russ is that thing for me. He's, you know, like just this come up and everyone is hyping him up. Just like, you know, like the guy on Twitch, I forgot his name, it's just, you know, like Aiden Ross.
Okay,
you know who Aiden Ross is? Yeah. It's just, you know, like, I don't know, bro, where these kind of, you know, like pumps up. Once you see, you know, like some people, you see progression, you know, like he progressed with this, he made this, he progressed with this. But Russ, bro, I'm seeing so much popularity, and I'm not too familiar with his popularity.
He gets hundreds of millions of streams. I get it. He's a very famous artist. Okay, awesome, cool. He's like considered like the Lord of Savior of independent artists. Like the independent artist goes out this way. He's like, I don't want to get signed. I want to be like Russ. I want to make $100,000 a month. You know, like Russ shows his like United Masters and the TuneCore earnings and shows hundreds of thousands of dollars on a monthly basis that he earns. And he shows like he portrays like how he does his concerts, tens of thousands of people that line up, and he claims he's doing this all independent, you know, and that's awesome, that's cool, but little do they know behind the scenes that he has teams for this. He's not booking the shows himself, calling the venue, calling the managers, calling the promoters. He's not doing all that stuff. He has a team around him that's doing this stuff for him. So when an artist looks at Russ and says, man, this guy did it himself, I don't think so. I love Russ. I love the fact that he's independent, but I don't think he's really pulling all the strings himself. Is he running up like, you know, the Spotify playlist curators numbers and, hey bro, I got this amazing track and I want it on Rap Caviar? No, he's not doing any of this. So he got to the point where he's established, but when you're established, you have a team. And when you have a team, are you really independent? Because you have a team again around you that have connections that are trying to pull strings for you. So I get it that he came up independently, but if an artist is out there trying to, like, you know, see, oh, if Russ made it and he's this big, I could be this big, know that he put a lot of money back into his music, into his team, into his foundation, to the point where he could go out there and build a team. So if you're an artist out there and wants to, you know, be like Russ, how about instead of getting scared to invest into music, invest more? Yep. You know, invest as much as you can, because at the end of the day, it will pay off if you make good music. Just ask Russ.
I see, you know, like a whole trend of people going independent. You know, like did Russ originate that, or is just, you know, like
he's pretty much the godfather of independent music. He's like the one guy that like everyone like listens to, or like, okay, just name me an example of an independent artist. There's Chance the Rapper and there's Russ. There's two guys that went independent and, you know, are promoting it as independent artists. I'm independent and no one can say anything about me. Those two guys pretty much paved the pathway for that. Yeah, so independent.
Yeah, but I feel like, you know, like a lot of upcoming artists, they're falling in this trap, bro. Like a label, you know, like comes out to them, bro, I wanna sign you. They give good, you know, like they're paying good money to sign you. Yeah. But they just go, bro, I wanna just be independent.
Yeah. Independent. Okay, the thing about independent is that you own your music. So what that basically means is if there's a record label coming to you and they're offering you a deal, 9 out of 10 times you're getting scammed. Why? Is because they're going to offer you a loan. It's a record bonus. You know what a bonus is? It's actually a loan. They say, hey, take $50,000, take $100,000, and then give us all your publishings for the next 2 years or maybe 10 years or next 5 albums, whatever. And then what they do with those albums is, so let's just say they found that you have talent, okay? They know that you make a good music. And now what they do is they do the marketing for you. So now they blow you up. Before you didn't blow up without the record label, but now they blew you up because they have the budget behind you. Now they blew you up, you have the budget behind you, but you're not earning that money. The record label's earning that money because they now own your music. Now they blew you up and they're like, haha, you don't own the money, we do, because we own you now. So they're taking all of that money and they're just, you know, keeping it for themselves and then paying you out little by little. And, you know, that's hindering your